Hey everyone, this is Toby, and I'm coming to you from Hebron, Nebraska, where I'm getting ready to preach this morning. But first, I wanted to do a quick update about raising up new leaders. Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9 says that two are better than one because they get a good return for their labor. I pray all the time for our churches that God would help us raise up new leaders as an inheritance for our future. We don't want to close churches. We want them to thrive for generations. But that can only happen if there's new leaders on the bench ready to step in when it's your and my time to say goodbye. So here's 3 prayer focuses you can join me in. Number 1, I pray that God would raise up one PK from every section to become a pastor in our network down the road. PK stands for pastor's kids. So that's your kids, your families, as the answer to our prayers. Number 2, I pray that every minister would find an assistant, somebody that you've identified to team up and do ministry together, all the while training them to do the job you know so well. And then number 3, I pray that every ministry in our churches, youth, kids, women's, etc., would have one leader in the district ministry credential pipeline every year, whether they're praying about receiving credentials or they've even taken the courses and they're ready to test and interview. So join me in those prayers if you would. But also I want to challenge you to a couple action steps. Number 1, don't go anywhere alone. If you've got a ministry task like grabbing coffee or a hospital visit, going to a sectional meeting or district events, bring someone with you. That's a great chance to build your team. And even if they're not a current team member, they may want to be after you've exposed them to great ministry opportunities through relationship. One way to do this is through our Multiply Conference and Council coming up this April. We're asking all ministers to bring team members for a reduced rate of $35, almost half off. You can literally multiply your team at the Multiply Conference this year. That brings me to point number 2, is utilize our district events to meet emerging leaders, especially summer camps. Yes, at summer camps, our students are falling in love with God and with the AG, but emerging leaders are also building their network there. Some of the greatest relationships we have across our district were birthed as they spent time together week after week every summer at camp. If you're a leader looking to expand your network, you need to be there. Meet these emerging leaders coming in from our churches and our colleges. Build those relationships and see what God might do down the road. Now, leaders might be a tough subject for you because maybe your church is in decline. Maybe you've had leaders leave. Maybe you've been praying for help and nothing has shown up. Well, hey, I want to encourage you, don't give up. Let's team together to raise up a new harvest of leaders for Nebraska. In fact, I'm so committed to the concept of team, I want to start a new initiative. In March, starting on Mondays, from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m., I'm going to open up a Zoom call on our district Zoom account and invite all pastors and ministers to join me. Jump in and out whenever you need to, but we're going to talk about how the weekend services went, what we've got planned for the week. We're going to share stories, laugh together, cry together, pray for each other, and be a team. When emerging leaders join our network, they're going to feel like they're joining a winning team when we can combine together as a team and things like that. So together, let's raise up a new inheritance of leaders for Nebraska so the state can thrive for generations after you and I have to say goodbye. On that note, it's time for me to say goodbye. Hey, thanks for listening. Always remember, walk holy, work hard, and worship Him. We'll see you next time.